You counted every calorie. You skipped dessert. You even tried fasting because everyone said it would reset your body. And yet, your blood sugar kept creeping higher. You looked at the numbers and blamed yourself. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. Maybe I have no discipline. But what if your body wasn't failing you? What if it was sending you warnings, weeks, months, even years before your blood sugar became dangerous? And you simply didn't know how to read them. That's the question most people never ask. Because here's the part nobody talks about. Dangerously high blood sugar rarely appears overnight. Your body whispers long before it starts screaming. Most people miss those whispers, not because they're careless, because nobody ever taught them the language. If you've been feeling off lately, stay with me, because one of these warning signs could already be happening inside your body right now. And here's the thing nobody tells you. These aren't random symptoms, they're messages. Imagine your body as a busy city. Every cell is a house, blood vessels are roads. Insulin is the delivery driver carrying glucose to every doorstep. When everything works, deliveries happen smoothly. Energy arrives on time. The city thrives. But when those delivery trucks begin getting ignored, traffic starts building. Glucose stays on the roads instead of reaching the houses. At first, nothing dramatic happens. Life feels normal. Then tiny problems begin appearing everywhere, not because your body is broken, because it's trying to adapt. That's exactly what researchers have spent decades uncovering. Scientists at Harvard and other leading research institutions have shown that insulin resistance often develops silently, long before diabetes is diagnosed. Your body compensates. It works harder. It produces more insulin. From the outside, everything looks fine. Inside, your cells are quietly becoming harder to reach. And that's where everything changes. The first warning sign surprises almost everyone. You're exhausted. Not after exercise, not after a long day, just exhausted. You wake up tired. By afternoon, your energy crashes. You reach for coffee, then something sweet. It helps, for a little while. Then the fatigue returns even stronger. Here's what most people completely miss. This isn't simply a lack of sleep. It's an energy delivery problem. Glucose is circulating in your bloodstream, but your cells aren't receiving it efficiently. It's like sitting beside a full tank of water while dying of thirst because the faucet won't open. Your body responds by releasing even more insulin. For a while, that works, until it doesn't. The second warning sign feels completely unrelated. You become hungry again shortly after eating, especially after bread, rice, sugary drinks, or desserts. You finish a meal. An hour later, you're searching the kitchen again. You blame your willpower, but it wasn't a lack of discipline. Your body was responding exactly as it was designed to. Insulin rises sharply. Blood sugar falls quickly afterward. Your brain interprets that drop as an emergency. It demands more food, not because you're weak, because survival systems don't negotiate. Here's where it gets counterintuitive. The third warning sign isn't about hunger at all. It's about your waistline. Even when you're eating less, fat around your abdomen becomes harder to lose. That stubborn belly fat isn't just sitting there. It's biologically active. It begins releasing inflammatory signals that make insulin resistance even worse. A vicious cycle quietly begins. And hidden inside that cycle is one tiny molecular switch that researchers believe can determine whether your cells repair themselves or continue sliding toward metabolic disease. Most people have never even heard its name. But once you understand how this single pathway works, the first 3 warning signs suddenly make perfect sense, and the remaining 4 become impossible to ignore. Most people assume the damage begins when blood sugar crosses the line into diabetes. It doesn't. By then, your body has often been asking for help for years. Stay with me, because this is the part that matters. The molecular switch I mentioned is called AMPK. Think of AMPK as your body's emergency maintenance manager. Imagine a factory. When production slows for planned maintenance, mechanics finally get time to repair worn-out machines. If the factory never pauses, the machines keep running until they begin breaking down. Your cells work the same way. When AMPK is activated, your body shifts toward repairing, cleaning, and using stored energy more efficiently. When it stays quiet, often because of constant overeating, frequent sugary snacks, and prolonged inactivity, Your cells remain stuck in storage mode instead of maintenance mode. And this is where it gets dark. The fourth warning sign is constant thirst. Your bloodstream now carries more glucose than your cells can comfortably handle. Your kidneys step in. They pull extra glucose into the urine. Water follows that glucose. You lose more fluid than usual, so you drink more. Then you urinate more. Then you become thirsty again. It feels harmless. It isn't. The fifth warning sign is blurry vision that comes and goes. Most people blame their glasses. But rapidly changing blood sugar alters the fluid balance inside the eye's lens. Focus changes. Vision becomes inconsistent. One day everything looks sharp. The next day it doesn't. Your eyes aren't necessarily getting weaker. They're reacting to unstable blood sugar. Here's what changes everything. The sixth warning sign appears on your skin. Cuts heal slowly. Small infections linger. Sometimes darker, velvety patches appear around the neck or under the arms. Most people never realize this. High insulin can stimulate abnormal skin cell growth, while elevated blood sugar weakens normal healing. Your body isn't ignoring those wounds. It's struggling to repair them. Then comes the seventh warning sign. Pins and needles, numbness, a slight burning sensation in your feet or fingertips. You shake it off. You assume you slept in a strange position. But repeated exposure to elevated blood sugar can begin stressing tiny nerves long before severe nerve damage develops. These aren't random symptoms. They're connected pieces of the same biological story. So what should you actually do? Start in the morning. Eat a breakfast centered on protein and healthy fats. Eggs, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or tofu with vegetables are excellent choices. Why? Protein slows glucose absorption, reduces large insulin spikes, and keeps you satisfied longer. Within 30 minutes after breakfast, take a brisk 20 to 30-minute walk. Your muscles act like giant glucose sponges. Movement allows them to absorb glucose more efficiently, helping reduce the workload on insulin. At midday, build your plate in a simple order. Vegetables first, protein second, whole food carbohydrates last. That sequence slows digestion and softens the rise in blood sugar after meals. Drink water consistently instead of waiting until you're thirsty. Your kidneys function more efficiently when hydration stays steady. In the evening, finish dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime whenever possible. That gives insulin time to settle before sleep, allowing your body to focus more on repair than constant digestion. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent sleep. Poor sleep raises cortisol, the stress hormone. Higher cortisol makes insulin work less effectively the next day. One restless night can influence your blood sugar more than many people realize. None of these habits work because they're magical. They work because they reinforce one another. Better meals support steadier insulin. Movement improves glucose use. Quality sleep lowers cortisol. Each habit strengthens the next. Clean first. Rebuild second. Repeat. Your body has been trying to protect you all along. Once you learn to understand its warning signs instead of fighting them, every small decision becomes an investment in healthier cells, not just better numbers on a blood test. And here's one final question. What if the biggest driver of high blood sugar isn't sugar at all, but a hormone silently controlling your metabolism every single day? In the next episode, you'll discover the hidden hormone that can either accelerate aging or help restore your metabolic health, and why most people have been targeting the wrong problem all along.